Hi, my name is Wheels. I accidentally pressed stop when I was going to take the piss out of how tall Malice was compared to me. So we're just going to pick up right where I left off by saying, hey, look. I shit you not, if you were Malice, this is what you would say. Sorry, but it's true. Because, you're pretty small. Or whatever. Come here, Satan. By the way, if you're sitting there thinking you've called your cat Satan, seriously, I haven't actually called my cat Satan. I've called my cat Lucy, okay? Because Lucy correlates to Lucifer, and then it's Satan because cat's Satan and all that. Yeah, that's Lucy. My cat, just pretty demanding. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about females and decoding the female race, the female species, if you were to put it that way. And I'm sitting here using Malice as an example because I like to try crack that code that's going on in the brain. It's just I'm sitting there being all Mr. Social, like I will crack the code. Also, can I just say I've got like cheese, milk, and butter just waiting for me to cook my macaroni cheese, which I'm looking forward to making because it's the only meal I know how to make for myself. And I can't make it well. Last time I tried to make it, I made a post where I basically summoned Satan with cheese. I don't know how, but like I was trying to make the sauce, and then just like it was all just like, yeah. It was a traumatizing event. Yeah. So we're decoding the female species, and we're talking about Malice, and we're up to the stages of physical understanding of the female version that we have in front of us, presented to us using as a case study, which is Malice. And by the way, if you're wondering why, I don't know why, but every time I'm doing a video, I often face over here, and I look like I'm actually conversing with someone. I'm not. There's just literally a lot of cool things to look at over there, and it helps me think. I don't know why, but looking at the camera makes it hard for me to think. I don't know why. I can't explain that one to you. You just gotta believe me. It's the case. It's the way it is. I wonder if I tilt this a little bit. Oh, that's better. Oh, I like it like that. I don't know. Just saying. Hey guys. Hi, my name's Malice. Yeah, okay. There's gonna be a lot of that in this video, or in these videos, because I accidentally stopped it. So there's gonna be a 2-part video that I didn't mean to do. Yeah, I'm not sorry. But I'm not sorry. Also, can I just say I'm proud of the sideburns that I have achieved? Like, you may be thinking, oh, they're just sideburns. But I had, like, full-on facial hair, you might have seen in the last video. Like, I had the stubble, and it was growing, and it was intense. It was an intense moment of facial hair. But then I whipped out the shaver, and I began precision cutting. And before you knew it, the facial hair had been conquered into a perfectly lined facial hair. To the point where someone literally said to me today, sideburns on fleek. I shit you not, someone said that to me. Okay? So, what can I say? I'm good with a razor. That's not a good thing. Continuing. So, pretty sure, and I'm talking from having this action done to me a lot, that we all know what I'm talking about when I make this gesture. Now, supposedly, from what I've gathered, from the information that I have compiled in my mind, in Malice's case particularly, it's kind of more like, if you know what I mean. It's more rather than, because it's big boobs. At this point, I'm sitting here wondering what is actually wrong with me. Like, if I went to a therapist, what would they actually diagnose me with? Seriously. I wonder that. I wonder that often, because these are the thoughts that run through my head. Every one of these videos, every one of my Google Plus posts, are literally just what comes to mind. And I'm sitting there just like, you know, I wonder, like, wouldn't the ratio of boobs to height be really bad for her? Because, like, if you're tall and you got big boobs, that's fine. But if you're small and you got big boobs, that actually probably would be super odd. And then I'm sitting there thinking, actually, no, I know this chick, right? I saw her on the public transports because, like I've mentioned before, in New Zealand where I live, public transport is a big part of everything, really. Like, you get into the main cities through public transport. I get to school through public transport. I go home through public transport. You know, it's all connected. And basically, all the cities are on train tracks, and there's cabs, and there's taxis, and there's buses, and there's trains, and there's all the joys of public transport and all it has to offer. Sure, it's not spectacular like it is in some countries, but we have a shit ton of it. Regardless of like whether or not it's fully developed and whether or not it actually works very well, we still have a shit ton of it. Like, I shit you not, at a train station there is a spot for taxis and a spot for buses. At a train station. Anyway, now that we're back on subject, I saw this chick and she was small, and you didn't happen to be visiting New Zealand, did you? Because, like, she was small, she had big boobs, and she was accompanied by two dudes. You sure you weren't in New Zealand? Like, are you sure you didn't get, like, massively drunk and just, like, decide to come over here and conveniently be in the same area I always catch a train on? When I was going to the radio station? Are you sure you weren't just, like, there? Because you figured out where that radio station was, and then you went to the closest train station to that radio station, and then just sort of wandering around there with Jay and Ren. You sure that wasn't like? You sure that didn't happen? Because I'm pretty fucking sure that if that wasn't you, then you've got a doppelganger. Because I don't know what you look like, so this chick could have been you for all I know. I don't actually know your physical appearance. I didn't hear her talk, so I can't confirm if it was you. Because they were just sort of walking along in silence, which I imagine is how you guys walk. You do the walking, and you're doing the silence as well. Yeah, that's really weird now that I think about it. Like, that's super weird. Like, of course, maybe you probably would have had to have your sister along. Huh. That would explain the... You know, let's leave it for now. The other thing, I know this is a case study about one particular... Oh, I think my video's uploaded. Yay, you guys get to see part 2 of the last video. It's not part 1 of this video, it's part 2 of my last rant. Anyway, so I was talking to someone. I know this is a case study about malice, but I'm just going to use this for an example real quick. I was talking to someone. Also, just as a side note, I've started to notice as it gets later, my voice tends to change a little bit. I believe they call it sleepy voice. So if my voice changes throughout this video, turning more monotone, it's actually not turning more monotone. It just sort of happened at around about this time, which is why I normally... Whoa. I am God! You don't know what just happened, but I sort of just... I did that gesture and then the screen turned on. It was I felt pretty powerful, but then I realized that it was just telling me that my video was uploaded, and that 2 people had messaged me on the Facebooks and one on the Google Pluses, which is actually coincidentally it's Malice, because she sent me this thing full of words. It's called a long paragraph, and I read all of it, and then I was sitting there just now reading it like, The way she worded things is very odd to me. Just the way that she phrased things is not how I would normally expect her to phrase something. Also, I'm sitting there wondering, do twins actually have like the whole telepathy thing where they can like read each other's emotions and shit? Is that actually a thing? Because that would be fucking awesome if it is. Like, can you just be like, "Hey, how you going?" And they're like, "Fine," and you're like, "No, you're fucking lying. You feel like a piece of shit, and I know that." And then you're just sitting there like, "God damn it, I hate having a twin sometimes." But seriously, if I had a twin, it would just be total chaos. First off, for those of you who know me in real life, imagine two of me. What else can I say? Imagine two of me. That's bad enough. Imagine two of me. But imagine two of me when we would be coordinating, scheming, and tricking people. It would be Fred and George. We would literally be Fred and George. We would just be all the tricks and all the pranks. Just I would literally always do the mum thing where they're like, I'm George or whatever, where they do the whole they convince her that the other person is them, and then they reveal that it's actually not, and it's super confusing for the person who's getting twinned. Yeah, that would be happening all the time if I had a twin. So, non-existing twin sucks you can't be here, because otherwise we'd just be having all the fun. All the fun. Also, that means I could give someone all my Lego. Because I don't know if you know this, but I got a shit ton of Lego. Like, I ain't even trying to be like one of those nerds who's like, I got so much Lego, but like, when I was little, people would just be giving me Lego like every Christmas and every birthday. It was just Lego, Lego, Lego. And now I've just got like so much Lego, I have no idea what to do with all of it. Like, I kind of want to give it away, but I mean, it's got a lot of sentimental value to me, because, I used to play with it all the time. Don't so much play with it now, mostly because I don't have the time to. And Lego's kind of time consuming, you gotta sit down there and you gotta put all the bits together, because it's actual Lego, it's not Duplo or some shit where it's big old blocks and already created trees and shit. If you wanted a tree with this Lego, you gotta build it yourself. You gotta build every fucking little green block that you wanted on there, and every little leaf. You gotta work out a way to make the leaves happen, is all I'm trying to say. Um, anyway, so like, I was talking to this other chick. I like how I can get completely off topic and then remember where I was. That's great. That's a skill I have. It's awesome. No, but I remember it was today actually, so I don't know if you'll see it today or if I'll upload this 2-part video tomorrow. I don't know. I'm kind of too lazy to do it now. It got really late really quickly, and I didn't mean for that to happen. But I was talking to this girl today. Amazing person. Amazing person. Beautiful. Beautiful too. Um, and I'm sitting there like, I don't know. She's definitely not single. There's no fucking way she's not. I mean, seriously, come on. I mean, look at that. This person is like one of the nicest people I know. There's just how is this person radiating positivity and just niceness? And it's literally just like, I could go around and do a survey and just be like, hey, who really finds this person to be awesome? And I guarantee you, everyone would just be like, guilty. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I legitimately guarantee it. Um, but anyway, I'm talking to her today. This is her birthday, so I decided to converse with her. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, so are you single? Because I'm pretty straightforward. Like, if I am curious as to your relationship status, I will legitimately just straight out ask you. And then she's just like, yeah. And then we got into this huge conversation. And I'm just sitting there like an OCD person who sees one M&M out of place. And I'm just like, it bugs me. And then the M&M is like, no, fuck you. This is the way I want it to be. That's kind of what the conversation was like. Like, I was just like, it annoys me that you are not single. That you are single. Damn it, I fucked that up. It annoys me that you are single. Someone like you should be over here in the not single place. In the place with the relationships. Not over here in the place with the lacking of the relationships. And then there's other people who are getting all blah, 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 in my class, and I'm just sitting there like, so they managed to get together, but she's still single. They managed to get together, but she's still single. They managed to become a thing, and she's still single. You know what? I don't get women. I don't even know why I tried to do this. I can't. There's just too much complexity for me. For a guy, it's simple. You like him, you tell him, you're probably not going to be single anymore. For a woman, it's like they're a bipolar chicken with no head. It's just like 1 second they're running around screaming, saying this and that, and then next second they're just like, oh, hey. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could be on the level. Yes, I made another height joke. Okay, fine, I'll go. I wish I could be on Malice's level so that I could actually understand her, because I imagine that being small helps to understand this thing. That's just a theory of mine. I'm throwing it out there. You know, maybe being a little bit shorter. Like, also, can I just quickly point out, Malice, you'd be so fucked if you came to my school. Like, seriously, there is so many tall guys at my school. Like, I'm saying I don't know anyone who's as tall as me, and I'm saying a lot about me being tall. That's on the internet. Okay, on the internet, you're all like 5 foot, 4 foot in your case. And then I'm up here at like just over 6'1", right? And in real life, I know people who have to limbo through doorways. I legitimately know this guy called John, right? And I don't care, because if you try to find a guy called John at my school, you will spend like 3 years, because there's so many fucking Johns at my school. But I know this guy called John, right? And he is literally just like, he literally has to go like this to get to a doorway. Or like, he has to just like slouch over to get to a doorway. And like, this guy, well, I won't say his name, because there's only like 2 people with his name that I know of. But like, he is just the fucking most hugest guy I've ever. I mean, sure, I'm actually about his height, but this guy is like a brick, and I'm like a twig. So, you know, I still consider him to be a lot bigger, even though we're about the same height. And one of my best friends is like a head taller than me. And you're all sitting there like, Wheels is tall. And I'm sitting there like, Wheels compared to his friends is not tall. Wheels compared to his friends is pretty average. I mean, sure, he's taller than a relative amount of people. He considers a lot of people to be peasants because they're all really small. But Wheels still has friends bigger than him. Awesome friends who are bigger than him, but still friends that are bigger than him. I don't know, maybe it's just Kiwis. Maybe it's just us. Because everyone I know is big. When I was little, girls were scary because they were taller than me. And then I had this thing called a growth spurt, which hurt a lot. And then suddenly I'm like, ha, you peasants. Actually, that person that messaged me on Facebook was just that instance. Like, she would actually come over to my house because she was friends with this other person who I found out they're actually, like, long-distance cousins or some shit like that. But anyway, she used to, or always come over, I remember. And I always used to just be like, holy shit, she's a goddess. She is really big, I swear to God. And now I'm like, I remember like last year of school, just the primary school, just being like, you know, you're not actually that big. I remember you being a lot bigger than that. Yeah. And the hair does not contribute. I don't actually have a lot of volume to my hair, okay? I just have a lot of hair. I don't have a lot of volume. Like, my hair isn't actually super poofy. It's just super there. Also, my hair does not look like The Weeknd. That guy's head looks like he butchered a goat. Okay? My hair does not look like a butchered goat. More like someone who just got out of bed. Always. Like, honest to God, I've been awake for 10 hours. Or something like that. This isn't just got out of bed here. Okay? This isn't just got out of bed here. This is just my hair. And it's real, I guarantee you. Oh. Guarantee it's real. It's okay, well, I don't get. I I understand the basic principles of women. The baseline is the same. You feed them, you make them happy. Pretty simple. If you feed them the right thing, they become extra happier. That's the same with men. Except if you feed them, they love you. It's just slightly more respect for the person with food. And then it just gets really complicated when you try to step up into the social thing. It's just like, hey, you're my best friend. Hey, fuck you. And then the next second, it's just like they're hugging and making up, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, if my best friend said fuck you, you're an asshole, screamed at me for 3 hours, I would not care. We would still be friends. There would there wouldn't be any, oh my god, I never want to talk to you again. Not talking to you for like 2 days and then being like, oh my god, I'm your best friend ever. We would literally just still be friends. Because if you're my friend in real life, I will probably just, if I actually consider you a good friend of mine, I will just like walk past you just like you'll all be like, hey, and I'll just be like, I don't know what it is, but that's just the way I am. By the way, if you're wondering, I am actually super slouched right now. Well, I got notifications, and I know they're probably not actually related, but just in case they are, I don't want to miss them. So, it's just... I've made this mistake multiple times of not actually bringing you down to my level while I Google Plus to check. Because this way, I can be all like, yo. Yeah, like I thought, they're not actually related, but, I'm kind of curious, so is this message? Oh, it's a hi message. I would never have suspected such a thing. Oh yeah, and I posted this thing on Facebook. If you're my friend, you should check it out. You guys should like add me on all my social medias and stuff. Don't add me on Tumblr. There's no point. I never go on it. I know. I'm sitting down, and I didn't make a coffee for this video. I'm annoyed. I didn't think about it. I don't think about it normally. Don't have to normally. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go, because this is 22 minutes, and you gotta add that on to the other video. Please speak at a normal human pace. I would enjoy that. Also, can I just say the reason I don't like naturally smiling is because this is my natural smile. It looks so unimpressed. I swear to God. That's why I like to go for the grin. I don't know. I don't like my smile. Do I look like that overly attached girlfriend yet? I don't know. I have issues. There is no way for me to comprehend the female species. As for Malice, I think I've actually got a relatively good grasp, a relatively good understanding. I've learned the patterns. It's like a teacher when you go into a classroom. You'll learn they have certain patterns, and then you've just got to sit according to those patterns, and then you won't get in trouble. That's like Malice, but I think I've learned her patterns. I think I know. I think I've gotten at least within the circle. I've got. Sure, it might not be a bullseye, but it's within the circle. So, I got somewhere. Also, if you're wondering why this video is so shit, it's because I'm actually super tired. You probably thought I was talking then, but I was actually just making a bunch of moaning sounds. Not really. They weren't moaning. They were just sort of groaning or mumbling. Mumble alert. Mumble alert. Mumble alert. Also, I realized I'd make a really good serial killer. I've been thinking about it a lot, because, I can gather information on people in real life so well. Like, if I saw this girl, right? Now, this is probably gonna make me seem like a creep, so just a warning. But I saw this girl, right, on the train, bus/train, on the way back from school, and and she's in a school uniform, same as mine. And I'm just like, when you're on a bus and it's crammed full of people, like the school buses at my school are, you can't help but overhear all the conversations because everyone's yelling so that their friend can hear them, and then there's just a lot of people yelling, and you're normally sitting like right next to a bunch of people standing up and yelling. So I'm sitting there in the four seat part of the bus with my other friends, and this girl's been sort of like gradually pushed like right next to me, and I'm sitting there not thinking much of it, not even checking her out. She kind of looks like a pretty average New Zealand girl, but bit of a tan, long brown hair, nice smile, nice eyes. But what caught me was the voice. I heard her talking to her friend, and I was just like, I'd probably spend the entire bus ride just staring at her. It was the huskiest voice imaginable, but like the sexy kind of husky, not the I've smoked way too much husky. Like, she was honestly the creation of Scarlett Johansson and Tom Waits. And if you don't know who those two people are, you've been living under a fucking rock, and you need to remove yourself from that rock, you need to remove yourself from this video, and you need to go search both these people, and you need to listen to both their voices. Because if you took Tom Waits' voice, and you took Scarlett Johansson's voice, and you blended them together into a female voice, you would literally get this woman's voice. I swear to God. I realize this is why I like hanging around seniors, because all the things that need to be developed about them are fully developed. All the kids in my year, they're still going through all the pubescent shit. And actually, yes, as a side note, I actually am a year older than pretty much everyone in my year. And that is not because I was held back, that is because of the way my primary school worked in correlation with how my college works. Basically, my last year of my primary school was repeating the first year of my college. So, I'm technically a year older, and I should be in the year above anyway. But, seniors, man, you can't beat them. Pretty sure she's a senior. If she's not, she's like a year off. What else can I say? I have a thing for people who aren't not, like, people who are developed, not people who are developing. Because if they're developing, they've still got things. You can't decode someone when they're still developing. Which is why learning Malice's patterns is easier for me, because she's like 20. Even though she's tiny, she's 20. Or roughly. Give or take. I say I'm 15, but I'm actually technically almost 16. So, it's the fuzzy area. No one really cares exactly. But, she's probably fully developed. There's nothing more. She's not going to grow. And her voice isn't going to change. And her height isn't going to change. Boobs aren't going to change. Teeth aren't going to change. She's still going to be the same person. Exactly the same person as you know her today. The patterns are set in stone, basically. That's what I like about fully matured people. The patterns are set in stone. There is nothing to change. Now, for me, the only thing that's probably going to change is I'm going to get a little bit taller, and I'm going to get a little bit more responsible. That's all that's going to change. Nothing else is going to change. I swear to God, people are like, you're going to get real mature one day. I'm not going to get any mature. Shut up. I'm not going to get any more mature. This is the maturest you will ever see me in a video. Me legitimately trying to figure out how a woman works is the most mature you will ever see me, guaranteed. I'm going to go now so I can upload this, not this, but the other video from yesterday. And then I'm going to upload the first part of this video if it doesn't take all night. Alright. Adios.